HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, some more winning by the Hillers in Week 3. We have the latest sports highlights, plus much more. But first, big happenings at the Select Board meeting.
It was a busy select board meeting this past Tuesday. The board heard a number of public comments.
It's hard to understand how a veteran restaurateur opens without a license when just 2 weeks ago, in this very seat, he chose to follow the rules and the laws. Honestly, I'm not sure why Mr. Dion opened without a common vic license from the town, but he did it, and I expect you to hold him accountable.
On behalf of the Friends of Hopkinton and President Colette Cronin, I'm here to report back to the Select Board that this year's Family Day was a huge success. Each year, the Select Board and the Town Manager has been very supportive of our Family Day. I've spoken with Town Manager Elaine Lazarus throughout and up until the event. She's been very helpful and supportive of our Family Day.
KP Law. They had a clear record of being kept on by people they worked with at other towns that moved. The fact that a town recently unanimously and unprompted decided to appoint them for a 3-year term instead of the traditional 1 year, I thought was incredible.
Hopkinton's new water and sewer manager, Jed Fanuff, was introduced to the Select Board.
Good evening, Select Board. Good evening, residents. My name is Jed Fanuff. I'm grateful to be your new water and sewer manager. Excuse me. I'm fortunate to have worked under the outgoing manager, Eric Carty, for 14 years. And with his mentorship, he has me fully prepared to fill this role. I'll approach this job with a spirit of courage, and I will work tirelessly to provide the residents with the service they deserve. And I really thank you for the opportunity, and I appreciate it.
During the meeting, the Select Board hosted a public hearing regarding a nuisance dog causing havoc in the neighborhood.
And my cats were, and it was a really nice, we were all out and about. My mom had just went inside and we heard the chickens fly up in their coop, whatever, making a lot of sound. And I look over my deck and I said, oh, the dog's in our yard. And then my boyfriend sees the dog run to the cat, get it in its mouth, because I thought the cat was gonna outrun it. I screamed at my boyfriend. He got him in a chokehold, and I'm an animal lover. I deal with horses, I deal with large animals, and I know that's the only way to open an animal's mouth.
She screamed a blood-curdling scream that drove me right out of the house to find out what was going on. And I saw what happened in her backyard, and it was Thor who did it. And when he was done, he ran right across the street to that property.
Yeah, so I would say I move to find and conclude, based on all the evidence reviewed at the hearing, that Thor is a dangerous dog, as that term is defined general laws, chapter 140, section 136A and 157, and furthermore, that we impose the immediate remedies of humane restraint, a non-retractable leash with a certain tensile strength, and
it says tensile strength of 300 pounds, not exceeding 3 feet in length.
300 pounds, not exceeding 3 feet in length. And then the last piece was
that would be
to be reviewed by the animal control officer and, followed up on by this board at a future date.
The board approved a plaque at the town common honoring enslaved residents.
There's a woman from Andover who's gone through court cases
That's how she's proven. And people who actually sued for their freedom prior to the end of slavery in Massachusetts. And that's how she's found and documented that. So those are the kinds of sources we're talking about. As Linda said, you're not going to get on Ancestry.com and find them.
In some ways, it's a symbolic thing. We're really just recognizing that this did happen. I don't doubt that there were 30 more people. I really don't doubt it. But at this point in time, I mean, it's been 300 years. Could we do something just to acknowledge them and to broaden the history? Children don't know this. People don't generally know it, period, in Hopkinton or anywhere.
In the town manager report, a number of incidents in town were addressed.
As we know, there was the violation for a Crust and Company opening before they received their common victualler license. They had not received the building inspection. And they were open for at least a day before we knew that. And then once we found out, we notified them immediately. I called the owner immediately and told him to open until the inspections were complete and we'd issued the license. So they did close, and they were able to get that inspection done by building by 11 o'clock that morning, and then they were able to open. So as you know, that there is a statute regarding common victualler licenses, and the board can hold a hearing and issue fines, suspensions, and so forth, the same process that we had been scheduled before for Hiller's license.
We start having public hearings every time somebody makes a mistake and gets corrected within a 24-hour period. We'll be having 24 hearings a month. So I'm all good. Thanks.
As you know, there was a First Amendment auditor visit to Town Hall on September 12th. Town Hall was visited by members of the public who came to exercise their right to film in public spaces. We fully respect those rights. The town hall is open to everyone, and we encourage people to come in, ask questions, and engage with us. We've taken steps to make sure that our approach going forward reflects the openness and respect we want to show the community, and we'll continue to provide town employees with the training necessary to ensure their rights of all are respected. We do have a formal training scheduled for employees next week.
You can view the full meeting at our website or YouTube channel. Hiller Fall Sports has been a lot of fun to watch, as most of the Hiller teams are towards the top of the standings. Here's a look at the latest. On Monday, September 15th, Hiller Field Hockey hosted Norwood. It was a good back-and-forth battle.
Looking for the attack. Good save there, and then it's popped in. Off the rebound. Mustangs trying to crash in. There's a shot, and that is in. Nice move there. Charging in. To the net, and it is going to be penalty corner time. Hold on, they get a goal. That is going to be a score. Off the set. And that is rung in. Hiller's looking to attack once again. Out in front. And that's in! It deflects in, and the Hillers have a score.
Norwood would take the win 3-2. Hillers fall to 4-1-1 on the season. Also that day, Hiller girls volleyball hosted Norwood. Steve Sweetapple and Matt Clancy were on the call.
Once again, it looked like she was spot serving. When you're on a roll like that, just keep it in play. Evie, good save. Goes to Soph. Oh, that's it. Norwood takes the first set, 25-23. Set point. Gabby. Oh, nice play. That's it, Tori. That's going to go long. Yes! That's it. Hopkinton takes the second set, 25-22.
Oh, my goodness. What a roller coaster.
Gabby Medeiros has trouble with that.
Nice job, Evie.
Yeah, there you go,
Nice
Evie.
job.
Heads up play from the junior. Hopkinton takes the third set, 25-13. Evie, Gabby,
Nice back set.
Addie.
I like
Nice
Addie
play.
taking a little off that to get it over. Great job.
20 match point. Sid, great serve, Medeiros. Oh, they're out of rotation. Medeiros is there. Evie, Gabby, Soph, blocked.
Big block.
Sydney digs it up. Back set. Addie.
Through.
That's
Yes,
it.
yes,
Hopkinton
yes.
takes the fourth set, 25-23.
Hillers take the win 3-1 and improve to 5-0 on the season. On Tuesday, September 16th, Hiller Boys Soccer hosted Norwood and got the scoring going early and often.
We're going to have a penalty shot for the Hillers. PK. Big opportunity here. And he's got it. Landon Van Buren pops it in, and just like that, the Hillers lead it 1-0. Hillers looking to approach. And a strong boot there, and that's in! Bringing the heat. Tim Zakharov, the captain, makes it 2-0. On the far side, DeFelice moves it over. Give and go action there. DeFelice looking to pursue. Into the box, the cross, Kim, yes! DeFelice, a nice cross, finds Kim, and Kim finds the net. And the Hillers lead it 3-0. And getting in on the fun, Zakharov. Here he goes with the shot, and that's in! Tim Zakharov!
Hopkinton took the win, improving to 2-1-1 on the season. On Wednesday, September 17th, Hiller Girls Volleyball hosted Millis, Mike Terosian, and myself, Tom Nappy, on the call.
Nice serve once again. Tap over,
Jump
point
up block.
Hillers.
Get the roof on.
Great block by Evie Woodbury.
You serve it. Nice floater.
Millis looking to respond, and they will not be able to, and that is it for set number one. The Hillers take it 25-13. Their second ace of the day. Hillers 2 points away.
Nice floater to the midsection. Oh, just barely over the net.
There's a setup and a point for the Hillers. A nice swing from the corner.
Yeah, she saw nobody was guarding that corner at all.
Addie Walls coming up with the kill. Match point right here.
I'm feeling an ace right now. For some reason, I'm feeling an ace.
All right, let's see. Well, somebody give Mike Terosian his...
It happens once in a while. Oh.
His, what is it, mental telepathy?
Yeah, once in a while, I get, no, ESPN. We're going to finish this game with an ace.
Wow. Mr. ESPN.
I'm not going to... An ace for Eleanor Paquette.
And because of that, Eleanor Paquette is our player of the game.
Player of the game.
What a run.
Oh my goodness, she finished that out like it was nothing.
That was unreal. Tremendous serving by the Hillers. Hillers took the win via sweep and improved to 6-0 on the season. On Friday, September 19th, Hiller Field Hockey hosted Wellesley.
Sending it in. There's a shot. Good save. And then it's put in. Waiting in front of the net. And able to pop it in. That is Abby Burke. Sent in. Along the arc. There's a shot deflected. Secondary shot turned away. Still live ball. Out in front. Backhander. Deflected. And a power shot, and they get it that time. Siller defense. They've been put to work in this corner. Into the box and brushed away by Curtin. Backhander. Out in front. And it's tapped in for Wellesley. Off the pass. That was Sidney Thompson.
Wellesley took the 2-1 win in a very close battle and improved to 7-1. Hillers fall to 4-2-1. On Saturday, September 20th, Hopkinton Babe Ruth Fall Baseball hosted Bellingham. Hopkinton got things going in the first inning.
Second, 2 outs. Line up in the pitch. And he gets a piece of this one, and that is going to trickle up the third base side. Another run is going to score. Good base hit there for Hopkinton. As Henry Bransfield with an RBI base hit. And there's a 5-run rule per an inning. So you're only allowed to score 5 runs per an inning. As this is going to be up the left side, and they're going to call him safe. So he ends up with an RBI hit there for Hopkinton. Alex Tripp driving in another run. And it's a 4-1 game. Same 9 positions defensively as a regular baseball game, but you'll see a lot of these guys moving around inning by inning. And that ball's going to get away, and another run's going to score for the Hillers. And that should be it for the bottom of the first, as the 5-run limit has been reached for the bottom of the first. Hopkinton leads it 5-1.
After quite a few innings, Bellingham struck back in the top of the 6th.
Set to deliver. And this is driven in the air left side. That's going to get down for a base hit. And here comes the game-tying run and perhaps the game-leading run. And the throw home is going to be cut off, and Bellingham, with a 2 RBI hit from Charlie there, takes the lead.
Hopkinton responded in the bottom of the inning.
And this is up the third base side, throw to first, and it'll pull him off the bag. Game-tying run will score. He's going to keep going to second, slides in, and he is safe. Hopkinton Hillers have tied it. Great piece of hitting by Naimi, and now for the lead. This is hit into right field, and here comes the game-winning run. Throw home off the mark, and that's your ball game.
Hopkinton took the win 11-9 over Bellingham. The game ended in the bottom of the 6th. Due to the 2-hour limit, Hopkinton Jr. Ruth Fallball is now 4-0 on the season.
We are going to take a quick time out on this edition of HCAM News. A whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Welcome back to HCAM News. Bay Path Humane Society recently held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for their new space. Here's a look.
Bay Path Humane Society hosted a groundbreaking ceremony for their new facility at 66 Fruit Street. The approved facility will stretch 8,200 square feet and will feature much more room for the animals and staff of Bay Path. Bay Path Humane Society has currently raised $5.2 million
towards their $6.5 million goal for the new Bay Path Humane Society home, and the opening is expected to align with the business's 50th anniversary of their founding.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is an amazing moment that began 10 years ago when we approached the town of Hopkinton for a piece of property. We are finally breaking ground, and it wouldn't be possible without so many supporters. The amazing town of Hopkinton, the wonderful team we have literally making this project happen now. Mazziello Construction, Avail Project Management, Greg O'Connor and Associates, AJ Site Work, and our wonderful committee members, our building committee, our campaign committee, our amazing board members and staff. We couldn't do it without all of you, and thank you so much. Looking forward to the next chapter. We're going to do big things. Thank you. Woo!
And you, Liz.
I'm so excited that we've made it here to this day. It's been a long time coming, and I'm excited to see what great things we can bring to the site.
We're so excited to be at this point. We have come such a long way, 10 years in the making, and we're breaking ground, but we still have some funds to raise, so we're hoping we'll continue to have your support as we look to close this in over the next year. So consider donating to this wonderful project so we can help so many more animals in need.
Where could people go to donate?
Okay. You can go to future.baypathhumane.org to learn more about the project and how to support us. We still have naming opportunities and just lots of ways to get involved.
Thank you all so much for your support. We've been at our current location for almost 40 years, and I've been there for at least 10, almost 14.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm very excited to move to this new location where we'll be able to help so many more animals, have a larger capacity, so much more space to help our medical needs from the facility we have now. So thank you all so much for making it happen.
We have been working on this project for 10 years planning, 3 years fundraising, and we're finally here at the site, and it's so exciting to see what's going to happen, what we're going to build here, and all the animals we're going to be able to help. Thank you all so much for your support. We really appreciate it.
I've been on the board for a little over 5 years now, and specifically working on the donor dev committee, and we certainly wouldn't be in this spot without all of the support from our donors and our community. And so we're forever grateful for our continued growth of our donor database and everyone who continues to show up for Bay Path in every way they possibly can. So we're grateful for our community, and we just ask that you continue to support us as we grow and evolve and expand our mission.
It's not going to work.
Nope.
All
right. 1, 2, 3.
You can view more information at their website, baypathhumane.org. At a public forum regarding PFAS levels at the Hopkinton Public Library, Hopkinton Health Director Sean McAuliffe revealed while PFAS remains a concern and can be found in many places, levels of consumption have fortunately dropped significantly.
We are getting exposures every day. It's where the dust that accumulates in our homes has a low concentration of PFAS in it. The wash water from our dishes has a low level of PFAS in it that's going into our septic systems. The wash water coming out of our washing machines is picking up PFAS from the any stain-proof clothing yet that you have or waterproof clothing that you have. So it's everywhere. And what they started doing in Europe is realizing that we needed to stop allowing these materials to be utilized in products that were being sold throughout the country. The U.S. is finally catching up to Europe because the concern is that because it's everywhere, and I would argue that it's in most, if not all of us, they started becoming concerned that people who were exposed to higher concentrations could realize endocrine disruption, so in your thyroid, your hormones, and they're still investigating what other effects that PFAS can have. It can cause low birth weight. I don't think it's why I'm 5'3", but that could be part of it. It could cause other problems in children. They're talking about precocious puberty, but a lot of these studies are coming from like the Carolinas that have the plants that manufacture PFAS. So they're looking at what it's doing to people that are exposed to high concentrations.
It's time for some happenings in town you should know about. Some big-time Hiller games coming up live on HCAM, including on Thursday, Varsity Boys Soccer takes on Norton at 4 p.m., and on Friday, we'll have Unified Basketball against Ashland at 3:45 p.m. That is their season opener. And a big one, under the lights on Saturday night, Varsity Boys Soccer hosts Bishop Feehan, a 6:30 p.m. start time. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, September 29th, the Zoning Advisory Committee at 7 p.m. On Monday, October 6th, live on HCAM TV at 7 p.m., we'll have the Planning Board. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov, or for more information, head over to the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.